Miss Joy Byars. Well, welcome everyone. I want to reiterate what my friend and boss just said. You know, 7.5 weeks ago, this day seemed like eternity away, but now here we are. I want to welcome you all to Sights and Sounds of the Sound of Music. We are doing 9 scenes because the real movie, which is 3 hours long, has actually 24 scenes. We didn't want to keep you here for 3 hours, and nor did we want to put our kiddos through all that. So we're going to give you the highlights of the Sound of Music. But before we begin, there are some key people that I really want to stress my gratitude towards. I first want to thank this incredible cast that you will soon see up on stage. When we first began this whole project, we were almost shy half of our cast. I was almost tempted to say, let's not do it. But it was these cast members that persevered and started saying, I'll do a double role, I'll play this part, I'll play a nun and a Von Trapp child. And I said, wow, this is really wonderful. And then we prayed the rest in. I want to also thank my boss, my friend and colleague. She really believed in this vision that I had, and when things seemed totally impossible, she was right there behind the scenes doing all the legwork for us. I want to thank this fabulous man behind the scenes tonight. He is our sights and sound man running all this professional equipment, and his name is Cole Harrison. I want to thank my dearest friend, Jovan, and her husband, who are the most incredible encouragers I have ever met. And her husband have done gopher work, if you know what that word means in showbiz. They go here and they go there. And in fact, they were the ones who brought all these chairs for our evening tonight and helping with all those details that none of us had the time to do. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Also to our outstanding backstage manager, if we could clone ourselves and be in more than one spot, that would be okay, but that's not possible. But we had an incredible teacher who is on staff here who just knows how to manage kids so wonderfully. And we know her as Mrs. R. She is making sure the kiddos have the right costumes on for the right scene and their mics are turned on. Also to my wonderful family. Sorry. They've given me inspiration, countless words of encouragement and support. So I thank you, one and all. The Sound of Music was first a stage play, and then it became a movie where we all fell in love with the beloved Julie Andrews. The music was composed by Rodgers and Hammerstein, and the songs became familiar melodies that were sung even in our schools. I have been asked several times now, why did I choose The Sound of Music? And perhaps I could sum it up by simply saying this. It was first based on a true story. It's about faith in God, family, loyalty to country, and lastly, perseverance. And for me, ladies and gentlemen, that's a winning combination. So let's now go to our setting. Our story unfolds in Austria about 1938, during the rise of the Nazi regime. It begins at the Nonnberg Abbey, as the nuns are preparing for evening vespers. Missing among them again is a young postulant named Maria. She has spent the day in the mountains basking in the beauty of God's nature, but totally oblivious to the fact she has stayed far too long. The sisters are quite disturbed by her carefree spirit, and they wonder how to solve a problem like Maria.